The topic is trigonometric integrals. So let's do the first example. Evaluate the integral of cosine squared dx. Cosine squared of x dx. So this is a type of integral of cosine to the m of x dx when m is even. So in that case, we always use the half angle identity. It will always work. So let's use the half angle identity and you'll see what we're talking about. So let's call this 1. So 1 will be equal integral. We said cosine squared will be 1 plus cosine of 2x everything over 2 dx. Now what else? I can take this 2 is bothering me. I'm going to take it outside. In other words, I need to take 1/2 outside. This is going to be equal 1/2 integral of 1 plus cosine of 2x dx. Now just write this as two integrals. This will be 1/2 integral 1 times dx is dx plus 1/2 integral cosine of 2x dx. Now this is a simple one. We have to let 2x equal to the u, use substitution. So if u is equal to x, then du will be equal 2 dx. So what we can do, well, let's just do it. So this will be equal 1/2 integral of dx is x plus 1/2 integral cosine 2x is u, so cosine of u, and the dx, we can tell here the dx is just du over 2. So du over 2, right? Let's finish it now. I can take this 2 outside and multiply it by this 2. In other words, 1/2 outside. So 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. So this will be equal 1 over 2x plus 1 over 4 integral of cosine of u du, which is equal to 1/2 x plus 1 over 4 integral of cosine is just sine. So sine of u, but we know the u is 2x, so let me just replace it here, 2x plus some constant c. So let's do the second example. Second example is just a little bit harder, but it's the same thing. We still have to use, since 4 is even, we still have to use the half angle identity. But before we do that, let's call this 2. So 2 will be equal to integral cosine to the 4th means cosine squared. Now I know that cosine squared will be 1 plus cosine 2x. So let me write this down. So that would be 1 plus cosine of 2x everything over 2. You want this squared dx, right? Now if I square, the denominator is 4, and then so let me rewrite it this way. Integral 1 plus cosine of 2x squared divided by 4. Can I just write it outside? Let's just write it outside. dx. Right? Take 1/4 outside. Now I need to FOIL this. Once I FOIL it, I'll get what? This is going to be 1 over 4 integral. Again, I'm going to use to FOIL it, it's easy. Just use a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So 1 squared will be 1. Plus 2 times 1 times cosine of 2x, which is 2 cosine of 2x, plus b squared, which is cosine squared of 2x. And this is dx. Now I have a problem because this is still cosine squared. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, but it's cosine squared of 2x. I'm still going to use half angle identity, but think about this. I don't know if I should write it here or let's do it here. if you replace this x by 2x, what will happen? If you replace this x by 2x, you have to replace this x right there by 2x. And let's see what's gonna happen. You will get, let me write the formula here. Should I write it? Let's write it here. So that would be cosine square of 2x is equal 1 plus cosine of 2 times 2x, which is 4x, divided by 2. In other words, this angle that's here has to always be 2 times this angle that's in here. So 4x is just 2 times 2x. So now we need to replace this by this formula. So this is going to be 1 over 4 integral of 1 plus 2 cosine of 2x plus that would be, and we can just split this fraction. That would be 1 over 2, right, plus 1 over 2 cosine of 4x, and then you want everything dx. Now let me write this as, should we add, yeah, let's add these numbers. 1 plus 1/2 will be what? 3/2. Alright, so 3/2. So 1 over 4 integral of 3/2 plus 2 cosine of 2x plus 1/2 cosine of 4x, and then everything dx. From here it's pretty easy, but let's see what would be the easiest way. Should I multiply everything? Let's multiply everything by 1/4. I think it will be easier. 1/4 times 3 over 2 would be 3 over 8 plus 1/4 times 2 will be 1/2. 1/4 times 1/2 will be 1/8. dx. So let me rewrite everything. Well, I can just, let me rewrite it. Integral of 3 over 8 plus 1 over 2 cosine of 2x plus 1 over 8 cosine of 4x dx. Now I can rewrite this as 3 over 8 integral of dx plus 1 over 2 integral of cosine of 2x dx plus 1 over 8 integral of cosine 4x dx. Now let me show you a trick here. Instead of using the u equal 4x here, a u equal 2x, if you let here u equal 2x, we want, let me just explain it to you here. If you want u equal 2x, then you know that du is supposed to be what? 2 dx. So we're missing 2 here. So multiply by 2 and divide by 2. Now same thing here. If you let u equal 4x, we know that du has to be what? 4 dx. So I'm missing 4 here. So I multiply by 4, divide by 4, nothing change. Now look how easy this is going to be. This is going to be 3 over 8, integral of dx is x, plus 1 over 2 times 2 is 4. Now think of this as cosine of u du. Integral of cosine of u, cosine of 2x, integral of cosine will be sine, so that would be sine of 2x plus 1 over 8 times 4 is 32. Same thing, think of this as a u and this whole thing as a du. So that would be sine of 4x plus some constant t. And that's it for this example.